Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Liz of Chicago Luxury Makeup. For today's video, we are going to be using the brand new Tom Ford Quad Peach Dawn. If you are curious to see how I created these two eye looks and my first impression thoughts on this brand new quad, keep watching. Today we're going to open up the brand new Tom Ford Quad in shade 41 Peach Dawn. I did just receive this in the mail. I have not opened it or used it. It does come in the standard brown felt packaging, and here is the standard brown and gold packaging. It does now have the TF on the front of it, which is consistent with his newer quads. They all have that TF on it. Now this is the wet dry formula. You do have a plastic covering. You have the two brushes right there. It has a 12-month shelf life and it is made in Italy. So Tom Ford just released 3 brand new wet dry formulas. I have so far received Peach Dawn. I'm hoping that tomorrow Hazy Sensuality should arrive, and if I can get my hands on Golden Hour, I'm going to order that and have that for you soon as well. But I did want to go ahead and get this video up for you. It's going to be really quick. I'm going to use this quad. I will create 2 separate eye looks. I will do some swatches, and if I have any quads or any palettes in my collection that I think are similar, I will also swatch those. I do already have all the rest of my makeup on, and I will leave all of that information down below if you are curious. So let's go ahead and pull this hair back, and let's go ahead and swatch. I'm going to start here with this peach, and then this kind of looks like maybe a gold or brown, and then we'll move to the darker peach and then to this rose. We'll see how those really swatch. So that one definitely is peach. That one kind of looks more copper, light copper. Well, that shade looks almost identical. That's weird. And then we've got that darker orange. So this is definitely a color story that I would not normally reach for, but we're going to try, see what kind of look we can create. I take a BK Beauty 201, and I'm going to start with that light peach, and we're going to place that in the crease. I think I might have some other Tom Ford quads that might have some similar shades, so I think we'll definitely get to do some swatches. And right off the bat, when I first saw it, I immediately thought of the Chanel Tweed number 3 that came out over the summer. And I remember thinking I wouldn't like that quad, or I wouldn't like that tweed, and then I ended up really loving it. So I'm going in with an open mind on this quad. So there's that peach shade. I think that went down really nicely. So these 2 shades, oh my goodness, look what I did. So these 2 shades right there, those are the ones in the middle that swatched almost identical. So I'm going to go in with this bronze shade right here, like copper. It is only slightly deeper than that peach. Hopefully the camera will pick that up. I mean, it is almost the exact color. I'm going to go in with that deepest orange. And to do this, I'm using a Sonia G Mini Booster. A Sonia G Soft Shader, and go into that other shade that I haven't used yet. And we'll put that on the inner corner. I don't know, guys. I don't know that this is a palette that I would reach for. I think that those 3 shades are almost identical once applied to the eye. Take a rougher number 3 and go into that dark, the deepest shade, and we'll take that under the eye. I'm going to go line my eyes and put some mascara on, and then we'll come back, to see how the eye looks after eyeliner and mascara, and then we will move to the other side to create another look. I'm going to go in real fast with just a little bit more of that darkest shade and see if I can give just a little bit more definition to that outer corner. There is the first finished eye look. I like it, but honestly, I don't see much definition between those other three shades. They all kind of blended together with the exception of this darkest orange. So now we're going to move on to the left eye, use different shades in a different order and create a different look. Take a BK Beauty A503, and I'm going to start here with this bronze copper gold shade. And I'm placing that in the crease. And honestly, it does look almost identical as that peach shade when I was putting it down. So I'm going to take the darkest shade and put it in the corner. And then take it on the inner corner as well. And we're going to kind of create just a halo. I'm going to take a Sonia G soft shader and I'm going to go into that peach. And we're just going to place that in the middle. And we'll take that A503 to blend up above. Now this is his wet dry formula, so I am going to try and use that light peach shade wet. I'm going to just spray my brush with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And just take that lightest shade and see what happens. I don't know, I think it actually made it deeper. I don't know. It didn't give the effect that I was hoping that it would. All right, I will go line my eyes, put mascara on my left eye, and then we'll be back to see both of the eyes. Here's the finished eye look after eyeliner and mascara. I'm really not all that impressed, honestly. The colors just kind of all blend together with the exception of that darkest orange. Even trying to really build it up on my left eye, I still feel like just kind of all blended together. So I'm not certain that this is a quad that I will reach for ever, honestly. And that's, I mean, the color story that's totally personal preference. That is the reason I would not reach for it. However, even if it was a color story that I absolutely loved, the fact that 3 of the shades apply almost identical, I would not reach for it for that reason. So I'm hopeful that his other 2 palettes that come out, I will get more use out of, and the shades will be just a little bit more diverse. That said, let's go ahead and do some swatch comparisons. I do have a few quads that I would like to swatch. Maybe not all 4 shades, but maybe 1 or 2 in the quad. So again, here is the brand new Peach Dawn Quad. I am going to go in again and just do another swatch of each. So again, starting with that light peach, golden copper, yeah, I mean, all right, so I wanted the swatches to be fresh so that we could compare it to some of these other quads. Right off the bat, I thought of Lava Luster. So I'm going to start here with the gold, orange, red orange, and another like peachy champagne. So I think those first 3 shades are very, very similar. It is a different formula, but shade-wise, they're pretty close. They are really, really close. So now I have Cognac Rose, and there's this kind of gold shade there that I want to swatch. So here is Peach Dawn. And that was Cognac Rose. So they are pretty close. And I would bet if applied on the eye, they would look almost identical. Here is Honeymoon. And again, there's this gold shade down there that I'm going to swatch. So there's Honeymoon, and then there is Peach Dawn. Again, very, very similar. So here is Burnished Amber, and I wanted to swatch this light shade right there. Wondering how close it would be to that peach. And again, it is a different formula. It's really not that different. Again, I think once applied to the eye, it might look very, very similar. So again, Burnished Amber and Peach Dawn. Next is Tiger Eye. There's this peach shade right there, and then also this kind of gold shade there. So I'm going to swatch both of those. I'm going to start with the peach. That one actually looks a little bit more coral. So now I'll go with that gold. And that one actually looks a little bit lighter. So I would say that Tiger Eye is different enough. And then the last quad I have here is Suspicion. Now I really thought Suspicion might be pretty similar. So I'm actually going to swatch that on my other arm and do both Peach Dawn and Suspicion side by side. So I will start with Peach Dawn. And now I will go in with Suspicion, and I will start with the lightest and go in the same order. So this is Peach Dawn. Those two look pretty close. And then this is Suspicion. So again, these two shades are very, very similar. And then the last swatch comparison that I want to do is that Tweed from Chanel. So I'm going to swatch that just to see. So there's the deepest shade. They have definitely a different undertone. So slightly different, but I think probably once applied, they would look very similar. If you're interested in seeing any side-by-side comparisons, let me know. I'll be happy to do those. You know, oftentimes you can swatch things, they look one way swatch, but once applied to the eye, they are completely different. That is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you think about this new quad, Peach Dawn. I would love to hear if you guys are picking it up. Were you waiting to see reviews? Swatch comparisons, let me know. And again, if there's any other specific swatch comparisons you're interested in, let me know that as well, and I will try my best if I have those quads to do a swatch comparison. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.